Welcome back to Quick Business English, the podcast where international leaders build the English skills they actually need to lead. I'm your host Andrea, and this is the final episode of our special Leadership English mini-series. Over the past few episodes, we've explored how to lead meetings, express disagreement diplomatically, share vision with clarity, and today we are wrapping up with one more essential skill, how to delegate clearly and confidently in English. Let's get into it. Maybe you hesitate because you don't want to sound bossy, or maybe your request sounds polite but also a bit vague or uncertain. Maybe you delegate, but your message gets lost and the results don't meet expectations. If any of that sounds familiar, you are in the right place. Let's take a look at how to delegate like a leader with clarity, confidence, and impact. Delegation isn't about giving orders. It's about empowering others and making sure your team knows what they need to do, why it matters, and how success will be measured. In international teams, though, this can be tricky. If your English sounds hesitant, indirect, or unclear, people might misunderstand the task, not take it seriously, or not ask the questions they should. So let's shift from hesitation to clarity. You don't need to be aggressive, just structured. Here are some natural leadership level phrases to assign tasks clearly. I'd like you to take the lead on this. Could you handle this report by Thursday? This is a priority for this week. Please make it your focus. Let's have you manage this part of the project. Can you take ownership of this and keep me updated? If you want to give extra clarity, add the why and the context as well. Let's hear some examples. This is important because it's going directly to the client. We need this ready before the next steering committee meeting. You are the best person for this because of your experience with marketing. Delegation isn't just about the task, it's also about trust. So show your reasoning when you can. Do you want better results? Tell people what good looks like. Here are some examples how to do it. Here is what I'd expect to see in the final version. Success means delivering this without delays. It's important that we stay within budget on this one. The key is to keep it simple and clear. Don't overcomplicate it. And always offer support so you don't sound like you are disappearing. Let's see some examples for this too. Let me know what support you need from me. Feel free to check in if you need input or get stuck. This keeps the door open without micromanaging. Following up is also part of delegation, but it doesn't need to feel like pressure. Try these expressions. A quick check-in. How are things going with the task? Any blockers or questions I can help with? Just wanted to touch base before the deadline. Everything on track for delivery by Friday? Here the tone is collaborative and not at all controlling. You are showing leadership by staying connected and supportive. So, let's recap. Delegating in English means being clear about what needs to be done, explaining the why behind it, setting expectations early, and following up with support, not pressure. So when you do this well, delegation becomes a tool for trust, not just task management. And that wraps up our Leadership English mini-series. I hope these episodes helped you reflect on how you communicate in English as a leader and gave you practical tools to speak with more clarity, confidence, and impact. If you'd like to go deeper, check out my programs designed exactly for this kind of professional growth. Thank you for listening to Quick Business English, and thank you for leading with intention. Follow the podcast for the upcoming mini-series on job interviews for leadership positions. See you soon.